Hi, I'm Michael Graves from Singing from Scratch and from the Singing from Scratch vocal method. And today I'm going to show you how to incorporate resonance modulation, or what they call the mixed voices and mixing voices, while singing. And I'm going to use a very simple song and a very familiar song that's slow enough that you can follow to listen to in order to pick out where I'm doing the different types of voices, okay? So first off, let's go over the three different voices that are actually there. You heard chest voice, you've heard head voice, and so forth and so on, but that's you have one voice, and that's your vocal cords, and it's creating sound like I'm doing right now talking. But then there are three areas of resonance that you can create and push things into to concentrate on to make different, you can modulate that resonance and make that different resonances, which would be the throat voice, which is dropping the mouth and tongue, mouth voice, which is your regular voice speaking, la, maybe a little bit with your tongue back a little bit, la, and then your nose voice, la, la, lee, which is more for the higher notes, so lower notes are down here, higher notes up here, that kind of thing. And so when singing, you want to mix voices to create more of a tonal difference and an emotional impact than if you were just singing with one type of voice, okay? And I'll show you the difference. So let's just take the first part of the Star Spangled Banner, and I'm just going to start out. The Star Spangled Banner, when you were going to sing the Star Spangled Banner, if you're ever doing it for a performance or so forth, just start with your natural note. Your natural note is the first note that you say, la. So if you're going to go, and you clear your head and go, la, la, lam, lam. That's the note that's in the middle of your range. So, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Now you can see where in there I'm like dropping for the low notes and coming into here and a little bit into the, out of my throat voice and out of my throat voice into my mouth voice and into a little bit into my nose voice for the little bit higher range, right? Now if I did it without mixing any voice, I just try to do it with my mouth voice, it wouldn't sound as good, and it sounds more, that's where the amateur sound comes in, and it doesn't create the emotional impact as opposed to changing tonal qualities and mixing those things in, which is important in singing. So let's try that. Nam, nam. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we... See, it's all right there in a mouth voice. Okay. So now I'm going to incorporate and do it again. And I'm also going to keep on going so that you see where it goes into... When I get into the higher notes, I'm pushing things into my nose voice, and you'll see where the mixes are happening from the nose voice to the mouth voice into the throat voice with the range of where the song goes. Okay? So... You can go, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And so I ended up, most of it's actually, when you can notice the song is in the middle of the range, is right there. It's mostly in the mouth voice. You're dropping a little bit into the throat voice and a little bit into the nose voice, but only really opening up for the low notes and mixing and modulating into that that resonance, into that resonance area of the throat voice. And then when you get into the high notes or the really high note I do at the end, I'm modulating up almost all the way into my nose voice and so forth, right? I didn't go all the way on my nose voice because I can hit a much higher note than that, but and I can hit lower notes without dropping all the way down, right? So in mixed voicing, or what they call mixed voice, which is basically resonance modulation, you are singing the low notes with your throat voice mostly, and you're singing the high notes with your nose voice mostly, and then mixing in between, okay? And that's a simple exercise that you can do to help develop your resonance modulation or mixed voice.